Queen Mother Champion Chase. I've got an inkling we may have a few Shishkin fans in here. Last year's winner put the kettle on. May well reoppose. Picked Chacun Pour Soi last year, who won on the weekend and continues to divide opinion. So we'll go to John first for your thoughts on the race.
Yeah, I agree on Chacun there, OJ. He does divide opinion. My opinion is just that I'm not really fond of the horse, to be honest. I've never taken to him. I do think he's a bit of a homer. He seems to run better on home soil. The twice he's come over here, he's not run well at all. He's sort of let down his fans. I know he's had a couple of excuses, but you know, how many excuses can you have for one horse? He's 10 as well now, which is probably a negative for this race against the two youngsters. I don't think he's going to threaten them, to be honest. After the Battle of Ascot a few weeks ago, you know, Shishkin's come out of the race well. Energumene did pretty much everything right in the race and still couldn't win. So, you know, is he going to turn it round in March? You know, his tactics looked pretty spot on to me, but Willie's obviously trying to think of another way of getting Shishkin beat. So we'll see what comes of that. I do like Energumene. I am a big fan of them both, really. And it's going to be a cracking race. You know, it's full of good horses. Even the others in behind have all got chances. Like you mentioned before, Put the Kettle On, one of my favourites. Did me a good turn last year in this. Fancied her all season. She did the business. Hopefully she comes back to her best. If she can run like she did in last year's race, then she's got every chance of being up there at the finish. You know, maybe she might have to settle for a place on this occasion, but you just don't know. You know, these mares are funny that, you know, one day they're brilliant and the next day they can, you know, struggle. So, yeah, that's about it for me on this, OJ. I think Shishkin's going to probably just about do it, but it'd be interesting to see what happens with Energumene.
Okay, cheers, John. Matty, any thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I mean, you all know I'm a big team Shishkin. Thought he was extremely impressive when getting the better of Energumene in the Clarence House. Didn't jump as fluently as he can. He was outpaced turning in and he got beat. However, once he got rolling, he got the job done. Really, if he was going to get beat, it would have had to have been in this race, first time out. And I can only see the same outcome in March, barring any major errors or mishaps during the race. So I hope Nico can keep him out of trouble. Hopefully we get the rematch to the level that we witnessed last time out as well. I put double on him to win the Arkalanda Champion Chase at 33-1, so we're talking more in favour of my wallet. He takes a lot of trends though. His previous Grade 1 winner. He's won at least once this season. Run at least once this season. 7 out of the last 12 winners won on the last run before the festival. He's 8 years old. He's rated 177. Got course form, and he's had at least 7 chase runs, and he's won all of them. I don't think there'll be a lot in it in the rematch again. But Shishkin for me, looking at it, Chacun Pour Soi, John's touched on him being 10. He's a bit of a prefers it on home soil. Put the Kettle On for me at a price could go well. Hopefully she turns up here. And if she does, I'll probably look at playing the TriCast of Shishkin and Energumene and Put the Kettle On. The only other thing to touch on is Nicky Henderson was reported saying that Shishkin come out of his race bouncing after the win at the Bounce House, whereas Willie Mullins said that Energumene had lost a lot of weight. He's got to go away now and work on him and come up with a plan. Paul Townsend, who will he ride? Energumene or Chacun Pour Soi? I probably will go with Energumene. But again, I just don't think he can do it. I don't know. Shishkin's 2 out of 2 at Cheltenham. Energumene's not ran there. Nico will be a lot more positive on Shishkin and have him a bit closer to the pace for when he does it, his flat spot. But yeah, Shishkin for me.
Okay, mate. And we go to Ian, who I'm pretty sure is a big Shishkin fan.
Yeah, it's Shishkin for me as well. So I've written down here, Shishkin to win just. I think Townend will do the same tactics as he did at Ascot. Cheltenham is slightly a shorter distance, I believe, to Ascot. So Shishkin won by a length at Ascot, and I think it could be even closer at Cheltenham. Could be come down to a nostrils hair. But I think Shishkin would just do it, but Townend will use the same tactics as he did, going from the front. But it's going to be a great race, and I think and a great finish. But hopefully, Shishkin just does it for me. I'm not so sure what these guys are saying about putting the kettle on. I'm still not sure to go for the race. So for me, the each way play could be someone like Nubi Negra. Won at Cheltenham in November. So has the course form, has placed there twice, I believe, over the years. Grenadine, not for me. Won a poor race at Sandown when Chacun was injured. Terrible, I believe. Bryony, I'm not sure what she was doing yesterday in Ireland. It gave it a terrible ride. But and the only other one, Captain Guinness, could creep in to the places, but I think may find some of the others a bit too good. But for me, Chacun wins, and Shishkin wins, Energumene, Nubi Negra for me.
I know you say
Okay.
Bryony give Grenadine a poor ride. You've got to take into, I know some people aren't keen on trainer form, but Nichols is so out of form at the moment.
Yeah.
That's got to have played some part in it. I just think she doesn't know how to ride the track. She's not ridden over there a lot.
No.
Yeah, as for the distance, Ian, it's 1 mile 7.5 the champion chase. Well, the Clarence House, I think, was 2 mile 1. So there is a fair difference, really. So yeah, Nico's going to have to be on the ball, isn't he, and make sure he's up close and ready to strike at the right time up the hill. Otherwise, it's quite easy if you get your fractions wrong and you just leave it a little bit too late. Then Energumene could have been well and gone, while Shishkin's in his flat spot. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting, and it quite possibly could be the best race of the week.
I think when Shishkin pecked on landing last time, if that had happened later in the race, it'd have been a different outcome.
Yeah, definitely.
He just had enough time to recover, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was early enough.
Okay. Nothing else lurking? Don't think Envoy Allen or anything like that?
No, I mean, looking at the market, Allaho not going to go in. He's going to go win the Ryanair. Envoy Allen, if he comes here, he's not the same horse, is he? Littlelog, he'll run his race. Nubi Negra, I'm not a fan of the horse at all, but he does go well fresh. So if they freshened him up after his last run, and he could go there with a chance if they would go at a strong pace as well, because he finished strong last year in last year's race.
Second, was it second last year?
Yeah, he got second,
Yeah.
Got hampered as well, didn't he?
Okay, so I think general consensus is
Shishkin wins.
a good race on the cards and a potentially tight finish between Shishkin and Energumene.
Just sit back, enjoy the race for what it is. If anything takes your fancy, don't even have a bet. Just watch the race unfold and enjoy it. If you've got any little ones, get them to watch it, get them involved.
Great stuff. Okay, boys, well, I think we'll wrap up there and move on to day 3.